एक्सक्यूज मी, एंट्री इस गेट से है या इस गेट से?
एंट्री
नहीं नहीं, इस गेट से।
ये एरिया क्लियर कर देना अभी थोड़ी देर।
हेलो जी, अभी शूट पर हूँ, बिजी हूँ जी। मैं बाद में बात करता हूँ, इस टाइम बात नहीं कर पाऊँगा, शूट पर हूँ। ठीक है सर।
Requested, ladies and gentlemen, please make your phone switch off this time, because we are using wireless receiver and wireless transmitter. I'm requesting you to make your mobile switch off, please, because it is going live, so we are hearing echoes from the vibration itself. Please switch off your mobile.
Good morning, everybody. We are about to start the academic procession, and the convocation is about to start. All of you, please take your respective seats and wait for the academic procession. ACSI personnel, please take your positions and be on the side and leave the aisle a little bit clear. Invocation start. I invite the academic procession to enter the auditorium, please. Students and guests, please remain standing till the dignitaries take their seat. The students and guests, please take your seats. I request the Director ACSIR to please welcome the dignitaries. A little token of plant presented to the Chancellor, Professor Chandrasekhar. I request the Director ACSIR to present a plant to from our distinguished guest, Professor Shekhar C. Mande. I now request the Director ACSIR to take the podium and request the Honorable Chancellor to declare the convocation open. Sir.
Good morning, everybody. As Chancellor, I declare the 6th convocation of ACSIR open. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request the Director ACSIR to present his report, please.
Honorable Chancellor ACSIR, Professor Chandrasekhar, distinguished guest at the 6th convocation of ACSIR, Professor Shekhar C. Mande, dignitaries of the dais, guests, graduates of ACSIR, students and faculty of ACSIR, ladies and gentlemen. It's a special day for ACSIR that it is holding the 6th convocation on this day. ACSIR is a very young organization. Just a few months back, it completed 10 years of its operations, of its activities in the arena of academics. Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, which is now popular as ACSIR, it is not only a kind of an acronym or a abbreviation, it has multiple meanings, that how it is integrated with respect to academics and research with the CSIR. In certain sense, despite being kind of a separate institution established as an institution of national importance by an act of parliament, functionally it is essentially an academic arm of ACSIR. ACSIR is in many ways different from other institutions of national importance in many ways. There are many unique attributes of ACSIR in terms of its objectives. The key objectives of ACSIR is the interdisciplinary research. The another objective of ACSIR is how it augments the research throughput in CSIR through the participation of young researchers, and in that way it also pays to these young researchers as future scientists. It's also an objective because CSIR institutes and other institutes now which are associated with ACSIR, these are institutions which work in a very specific research mandate that is aligned with the national needs, or it is aligned with the raising the position of the country in the scientific sphere with respect to deep discovery, fundamental science. It is also unique in terms of its significance. it signifies in an essential sense, all universities, there is a lot of discussion happening, or other academic institutions, that research should be strengthened in the higher education institutions. There is a complementary need in the country that education need to be strengthened in research institutions. And this is particularly important with respect to ACSIR or such institutions, that this unique position of education is the education at the top tier, that is doctoral education, doctoral research and education. And it fulfills that, so that the strength of scientific mentorship, which is world class in these institutions, the research infrastructure, which is world class in these institutions, become accessible to the young researchers, and in that way the quality of their skills is at par with anywhere best in the world. We also, ACSR is also unique in terms of the scale. For this country, any activity which is smaller in scale will obviously have lesser significance and lower impact. ACSIR is an institution which signifies scale. At this time, ACSIR has more than 5,500 PhD students on roles in science and engineering. This number is very significant. It counts to be almost 10% of the total students pursuing PhD in science and engineering in the country, when we have close to 1,000 higher education institutions, that is universities and other academic institutions. So this is the scale to which it works. It also works to a scale that such academic programs, such opportunities of higher education at doctoral level is available through ACSIR in 30 cities across the country at more than 50 locations in the country. And this is how it serves to the society, making such opportunities of best infrastructure, best mentorship to the scientists of these institutions to the students here in every nook and corner of the country. It has an impact. ACSR students published more than 2,000 research papers in the year 2021. Actually, it is more than 2,200. So far, in the 10 years of ACSR journey in academics, ACSR students have published more than 12,000 research papers. And this is how it is impactful. And this impact is reflected in several matrices of evaluation in academics. ACSIR today occupies the second position in SciMago ranking among universities and academic institutions in India. For an institution which is just 10 years young, to have such a position at number 2 is very proudful position. It also leaves us for a march ahead to be number 1. In terms of quality, because often it is said, when we are not ready to accept something big happening, we talk about quality. We say we do certain things in much higher volumes, there is a risk that we may compromise with qualities. ACSIR has a rank which is 13th at this time in Nature Index. Nature Index is a parameter of quality evaluation of research publications. It is not related to any kind of an impact factor, etc. And there are about 80 to 85 top tier journals in all disciplines, not related to only Nature Publishing House, but all research journals, which are evaluated by the top tiers globally, and then the research publications appearing into those journals are evaluated. Also, there are some kind of factorials in terms of a sharing of the publications and collaborations, and I think this is a commendable position, and also there is a scope that we move ahead and occupy a position among the top 5 and maybe number 1. It also has an impact in many other ways. our students are getting the national and international awards. And last year, 2 of the CSIR Young Scientist Awards were won by ACSIR graduates. Last year, 1 of the INSA Young Scientist Award was won by a ACSIR graduate. And this is how the institution is proud of its researchers, proud of its faculty, proud of its students. ACSIR also signifies many other things. ACSIR last year launched a web portal called Vigyan Granth. It's a portal which reflects the research being undertaken by research scholars in terms of their thesis, whether ongoing or which has been completed. This is a unique platform. It adds value to what we already have, such kind of a portal in the as a Sodh Ganga. It provides an analytics with respect to the kind of research which our students are doing, how it is related to sustainable development goals, how they are related to the national needs, thrust areas of research or deep discovery. And this is how I am very happy to say that our students form a key vertical of developments happening in the country. ACSIR, besides academics, also reflects many other attributes which are unique for all of us to learn. In these 10 years, I had the opportunity to be associated with this organization during almost last 5 years. It signifies there is a lot of things to learn the way ACSIR works, and one of the significance is how we can work efficiently. How we can work efficiently better than anywhere else in the world. Today, when our graduates, they will be getting degrees, I may bring to your kind notice that a student who completed whose result was declared yesterday, that is May 11th, 2022, will be getting a degree today. It's an organization which works completely in a digital manner, and sometimes some compulsions make you innovate something that you can still, despite constraints, one can work. It was completely digitally. We had a Senate meeting yesterday. We always have a Senate meeting just before the convocation, and the evaluation of thesis. Average time from the submission of a thesis to the conduct of viva is about 3.5 months. And thesis evaluation goes across the country. It is up to the deans and the supervisors how the panel comes in, and the evaluation is completely open. This is an institution, if you look at the traditional universities or any other institution, to manage, now we have close to 7,000 students, including master's program and postgraduate diploma program. These 7,000 students, their academic affairs are managed by a team of about 45 people, including myself, at 50 locations in the country. So this is how it works. It also signifies how we can work together. It is often there, we have the experiences that it is difficult to collaborate for a limited time in a project. It is difficult to collaborate for 5 years, and then teams move apart. It signifies how 50 institutions can work together for a common goal of skilling, training, and mentoring all talented youth for research pursuit in different institutions. This is a very, very unique model in that sense. The leadership of these institutions and ACSIR, they work together without any stress and without any conflict. I feel this is a great lesson for us to learn how we can work together if we focus on our objectives and we do deliver on our own responsibility. Things move much faster, and the cooperativity level moves much higher. In this sense, it is also a resource. All these students are being trained through the ACSIR academic centers. CSIR, 38 of them are CSIR national laboratories, and 13 of them are associate academic centers, which are the institutions, research institutions from Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Environment and Forest, and many other leading institutions of repute. And the unique thing is that ACSIR and these endeavors are without any cost to the public fund. It is an additional delivery that comes from the inputs of these laboratories. In that way, not only the throughput of these research laboratories is enhanced, the students get an opportunity to learn and be the future leaders of science. ACSIR, acknowledging these spread of this ACSIR, the vast umbrella of ACSIR has many global programs with universities of repute abroad. One of the biggest programs we have is a joint PhD program with Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology University in Melbourne, Australia, and more than 60 students are pursuing joint PhD program. And with the latest new agreement that is to be signed, this number will be a running strength of 250 students. These students get an opportunity to work in RMIT University for 1 year with a standard Australian government matching fellowship from RMIT University, and a travel support, return airfare is given. ACSIR this year, the Board of Governors also decided that to enhance the bi-directional movement of students, ACSIR will provide fellowship, travel support 100% and relocation allowance to students in those universities if they come to CSIR institutes. This will be, the cost of this will be borne by ACSIR. We have also a new joint PhD program started with University of Western Australia this year, and some of the other such joint PhD programs in Europe and United States are in the pipeline. To support as the biggest interdisciplinary approach, ACSIR on 20th of April, when Honorable Prime Minister inaugurated the Ayush Innovation and Investment Summit, there was one session specifically for education, and in furtherance of the Memorandum of Understanding which CSIR signed with Ayush, ACSIR has started a joint PhD program with National Institute of Ayurveda in Jaipur and a joint PhD program with the Institute of Research and Training in Jamnagar. And such these joint PhD programs are for having to work at the interface of traditional system of medicine and the molecular medicines. Typically, I differ when we say modern medicine and traditional medicine. Modern is just a time, what is today, tomorrow it may not be modern. These are two, this is one system of medicine which has been in practice, and there is a space at which these organizations can work together and can explore the mechanisms through which these helpful effects are there for the benefit of the society, for the health of the society. I also differ, though this topic was slightly different. Sometimes we say validate the whatever Ayurvedic formulation, or Ayurvedic Ayush treatment. There is nothing like validation. Validation is already there when something you already notice, a health relief or a health benefit being got by the person. It is only question of let us explore how it happens with the tools and techniques we know today. In that sense, I think this is one of the major steps toward the interdisciplinary research and interdisciplinary training in ACSIR, one of the key objectives. I am sure with this pace of growth, this pace of quality improvement, this pace of attractiveness for students, and this pace of attractiveness for the research institution in the country and research universities abroad, I am sure very soon ACSIR will have position number 1 in the country, and will occupy a position of 1 among top 100s very soon on a global scale. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
vote. I request the Honorable Chancellor to now confer the degrees to the graduates and also request the distinguished guest, Professor Shekhar C. Mande, and Director ACSI, Dr. Rajendra S. Sangwan, to accompany him to the front of the dais, please. Dr. Mahesh Kulkarni.
Good morning all. By the virtue of authority vested in me as Associate Dean Biological Sciences of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I present you following students who have been examined and found qualified for the Doctor of Philosophy, which I pray they may be admitted to. Now I call upon following students. Garima Pathak, CSR NBRI Lucknow. Poonam Mishra, CSR IGIB New Delhi. Pradyumna K. Singh, CSR NBRI Lucknow. Saroj Yadav, CSR CFTRI Mysore. Gurjinder Singh, CSR IIM Jammu. Nitanshi Johari, CSR NBRI Lucknow. Ram Naresh, CSR NBRI Lucknow. Shipra Pandey, CSR NBRI Lucknow. Suman B, CSR NBRI Lucknow. Arpita Bhattacharya, CSR NBRI Lucknow. Sapna Pandey, CSR CDRI Lucknow. Rishikesh A, CSR CFTRI Mysore. K. Santosh Kumar, CSR CCMB Hyderabad. Varun Kumar, CSR CFTRI Mysore. Sonal Srivastav, CSR NBRI Lucknow. Vinod Kumar, CSR NBRI Lucknow. Pragya Rai, PHFI IIPH New Delhi. Rintu Uttum, CSR IGIB New Delhi. Rahul Michael, CSR NBRI Lucknow. Sushma Rani Tirke, CSR CSMCRI Bhavnagar. Sandopo Shravan Kumar, CSR CFTRI Mysore. Bharati Lalhal Barsen CSR IHBT Palampur. Yogeshwar Vikramdhar CSR NBRI Lucknow. Kanis Fatima CSR CMAP Lucknow. Sonal Nayak CSR IGIB New Delhi. Nisha Dhiman CSR IHBT Palampur. Anita Ari CSR CFTRI Mysore. Warkekar Namrata Jagdev CSR CFTRI Mysore. Joyashri Barua CSR NIST. Asha Kumari CSR CSMCRI Bhavnagar. Kannan BN CSR IGIB New Delhi. Radha Shivhare CSR NBRI Lucknow. Umesh Kumar CSR NBRI Lucknow. Ratan Ram Jatan CSR NBRI Lucknow. Gurpreet Singh CSR IIM Jammu. Diksha Singh CSR IICB Kolkata. Soumya Sinha CSR CMAP Lucknow. Sunita Munda CSR NIST Jorat. Himari Das CSR NIST Jorat. Raghavendra Dubey CSR NBRI Lucknow. Akanksha Rai CSR IGIB New Delhi. Vishal Das CSR NIST Jorat. Dhwani Dholakia CSR IGIB New Delhi. Neepa Basak CSR CCMB Hyderabad. Gajaria Tejal Kannaya Lal CSR CSMCRI Bhavnagar. Sangaraju Rajendra CSR IICT Hyderabad. Indrani Nandi CSR IICB Kolkata. Valam Kondu Manasa CSR CFTRI Mysore. Ahmad Mobin, CSR, IGIB, New Delhi. Makani Venkata Krishna Kant, CSR, IICT, Hyderabad. Zahid Yaqub Bhatt, CSR, IIM, Jammu. Sabina Ali, CSR, IIM, Jammu. Nasrin Banu, CSR, NBRI, Lucknow. Naveen Prakash Bukolia, CSR, IIM, Jammu. Angira Das Gupta, CSR, IGIB, New Delhi. Shrikant Garegaonkar, CSR, NCL, Pune. Vinay Kumar Yadav, CSR, IITR, Lucknow. Bhaskar Shukla, CSR, CMAP, Lucknow. Kriti Mehedirata, CSR, IGIB, New Delhi. Tejosmita Sen, CSR, NIS, Jorat. Nishant Kumar, CSR, IGIB, New Delhi. Thank you. Those who have received their degrees may please rise.
By virtue of authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I admit you all to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and charge you that ever in your life, thought, action and conversation you prove yourself worthy of the same.
I now request Professor Ramanuj Narayan, Dean Chemical Sciences, to present the graduates with the Doctor of Philosophy degrees in the Faculty of Chemical Sciences.
Good morning to you all. By the virtue of authority vested in me as Dean Chemical Sciences of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I present before you following students who have been examined and found qualified for the Doctor of Philosophy, which I pray they may be admitted to. Pinky Rani Agarwal, CSIR, NGRI, Hyderabad. Divyadhir, CSIR, IIM, Jammu. R. Arunachalam, CSIR, CSMCRI, Bhavnagar. Vikas Goyal, CSIR, NPL, New Delhi. संचिता सिंघल, CSIR, NPL, New Delhi. रिधम धवन, CSIR, NPL, New Delhi. हिमानी उपल, CSIR, NPL, New Delhi. सृष्टि जैन, CSIR, NPL, New Delhi. राहुल शर्मा, CSIR, NPL, New Delhi. आस्था शुक्ला, CSIR, IIT देहरादून. शिल्पी वर्मा, CSIR, NPL, न्यू दिल्ली. अमित, CSIR, NPL, न्यू दिल्ली. सोमगीता मेहर, CSIR, IICT हैदराबाद. रंजना मौर्य, CSIR, CMAT, लखनऊ. सचिन शर्मा, CSIR, IIT देहरादून. प्रियंका, CSIR, CSIO, चंडीगढ़. तपन साहू, CSIR, CSM, CRI, भावनगर. के धनलक्ष्मी, CSIR, IIC. IICT हैदराबाद. कुमुद शर्मा, CSIR, NEIST, जोरहट. सरिता सिंह, CSIR, CMAP, लखनऊ. राखी पॉल भट्टाचार्य, CSIR, NEIST, जोरहट. रीतू रानी, CSIR, CSIO, चंडीगढ़. ए लक्ष्मण कुमार, CSIR, CCRI, कराईकुडी. गोविंद पॉल, CSIR, NCL, पुणे. नैना लोहिया, CSIR, NPL, न्यू दिल्ली. अनामिका मिश्रा, CSIR, NPL, न्यू दिल्ली. श्रीकांत बी निकम, CSIR, NCL, पुणे. एम नागालक्ष्मी, CSIR, CCRI, कराईकुडी. Those who have received their degrees may please rise.
by virtue of authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I admit you all to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and charge you that ever in your life, thought, action and conversation you prove yourself worthy of the same.
Students, please take your seats now. I request Professor Naresh Chandra Murmu, Dean Engineering Sciences, to present the graduates with the Doctor of Philosophy degree in the Faculty of Engineering Sciences.
Good morning to all students. By virtue of the authority vested in me as Dean Engineering Science of Academy and Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I present before you the following students who have been examined and found qualified for the Doctor of Philosophy, which I pray they may be admitted to. So I call upon the names. So first is Kranti Kuruti from IICT. Next, Korun Barfat from NPL New Delhi. Next, Siharsa Kondina from Siri, Milani. Bhumika Ray from NPL New Delhi. Ripul Ghosh from CSI Chandigarh. Binu Raj from Simfa Dhanbad. Rohit Sharma from CSI Chandigarh. Rajendra Kumar Verma from CD Pilani. Satyam Srivastava from CD Pilani. Prashant Tyagi from NPL New Delhi. Neha CSI Chandigarh. Rahul K from CSI Chandigarh. Umesh Pant from NPL New Delhi. Mrinal from CRRI New Delhi. AMD Babu from NAL Bangalore. Lalit Mohan Joshi from NPL New Delhi. Shanta Kumar G from CBRI Roorkee. Shambhu Roy Chaudhary from CSIO. Punjan Dohare from CSI. Asapurna Mandri from Fort PI, Bangalore. Mona Lisa from CBRI, Roorkee. Varun Kumar Singh from NPL, New Delhi. Aarti Kumari, NML, Jamshedpur. Harshal Agrawal from ACRC, Chennai. Sumir Kuprikar from NCL, Pune. Veer Bahadur Sherpa from CSI, Chandigarh. Amit Abbas from Ampli, Bhopal. Rajashri Hazare from Niri, Nagpur. Sandeep Kumar from CAPRA, Mysore. Jaswant from NPL, New Delhi. Maram Raju Venkata Manasa, IICT, Hyderabad. Lekha Dhote from Niri, Nagpur. Hemant Bherwani from Niri, Nagpur. Sheikh Javed Miadat from NML, Jamshedpur. Rekha Agrawal from NPL, New Delhi. Amid Rashid Chaudhary from CRRI, New Delhi. Chegu Krishnamurthy Madhu Balaji, CFPRI, Mysore. Joyati Trivedi, IIT, Dehradun. Deepak Sharma, NPL, New Delhi. Juga Lakshmi, ACRC, Chennai. Shakti Prasad, CG Serai, Kolkata. Abhishek Sri Krishna Khapre, Niri, Nagpur. Jaya Lakshmi Nagam, NL, Bangalore. Harmeet Kaur, CSI, Chandigarh. B. Sam Babu, Niri, Nagpur. Virendra Singh, CSI Chandigarh. Nolini Parikh, CD Pilani. Emmanuel Joseph, NCL Pune. Dipendra Rajoria, CFTRI Mysore. Anand Abhishek, CD Pilani. B. Nilam Naidu, IIT Dehradun. B. Bhing Khanna, NPL New Delhi. GS Ayappan, Sikri Kuraikuri. Virendra Singh Negi, CSI Chandigarh. Varun Pump, CD Pilani. Rahul Kumar, NPL New Delhi. धीरज के खरबंदा, CD Pilani. Those who have received their degrees may please rise.
By virtue of authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I admit you all to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and charge you that ever in your life, thought, action and conversation, you prove yourself worthy of the same.
Students, please take your seat. I request Professor C.H. Suresh, Associate Dean ACSIR, to present the students with the Doctor of Philosophy degrees in the Faculty of Physical Sciences.
Good morning to all of you. By the virtue of authority vested in me as Associate Dean of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I present before you following students who have been examined and found qualified for the Doctor of Philosophy, which I pray they may be admitted to. Harika, CSIR NGRI, Hyderabad. Jagannath Panigarhi, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Nilesh Kumar Deswara, CSIR NGRI, Hyderabad. Arushi Gupta, CSIR CSIO, Chandigarh. Kritika Anand, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Ankita Chatterjee, CSIR NGRI, Hyderabad. Alok Kumar Meher, CSIR Niri, Nagpur. Shubhta Srivastava, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Ravikant, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Vikas Narayan Thakur, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Apurva Verma, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Shivanshu Goyal, CSIR CSIO, Chandigarh. Ruji Bharadwaj, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Rajiv Trivedi, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Rupali Mohanty, CSIR NGRI, Hyderabad. Shipra Jain, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Rajesh K. Dash, CSIR CDRI, Roorkee. Monica Jakula, CSIR NGRI, Hyderabad. Puspita Barik, CSIR Niri, Nagpur. Devendra Sethi, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Ambika Bava, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Ashish Kumar, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Girija Shankar Papnai, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Garima Kotnara, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Pradeep Kumar Kashyap, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Leena Kumari, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Shikha Hiloidari, CSIR NGRI, Hyderabad. Rafat Kumar, CSIR Niri, Nagpur. Sadia Wasim, CSIR NPL, New Delhi. Pooja Yadav, CSIR NGRI, Hyderabad. Those who have received their degrees may please rise.
By virtue of authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I admit you all to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and charge you that ever in your life, thought, action, and conversation, you prove yourself worthy of the same. Thank you.
take your seat. I request Dr. Neerja Garg, Associate Dean, Mathematical and Information Sciences, to present the student with the master degrees in Science in Faculty of Biological Science and Mathematical and Information Sciences, and the master degree in Technology in the Faculty of Engineering Sciences.
Good morning. By the virtue of authority vested in me as the Associate Dean of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I present before you the following students who have been examined and found qualified for the master degree, which I pray they may be admitted to. MSc to Khushbu Mathur from CSIR, Nispar, New Delhi. MSc to Bhavyatha G, CSIR, CFTRI, Mysore. MTech to Anubrata Roy from CSIR, CSIO, Chandigarh. MTech to Yash Makhwana from CSIR, CSIO, Chandigarh. The students who have received their degree may please rise.
By virtue of authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I admit you to the degrees of Master in Science and Master in Technology and charge you that ever in your life, thought, action and conversation you prove yourselves worthy of the same.
I once again request Dr. Neerja Garg, Associate Dean, Mathematical and Information Sciences, to present the students with a postgraduate diploma in the Faculty of Engineering Science and in the Faculty of Mathematical and Information Sciences.
By virtue of authority vested in me as Associate Dean of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I present before you the following students who have been examined and found qualified for the postgraduate diploma, which I pray they may be admitted to. Ashutosh Yadav, CSIR, CMERI, Durgapur. Devendra Singh, CSIR, CMERI, Durgapur. Students who have received their degrees may please rise.
By virtue of authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, I admit you all to the postgraduate diploma and charge you that ever in your life, thought, action and conversation you prove yourselves worthy of the same.
Students, please take your seats. I request the Chairman Senate to administer the oath to the graduates. All the graduates in all faculty, please rise for administration of the oath.
I pledge that as a graduate of ACSIR, I shall use my knowledge, experience, and skills for the advancement of knowledge and well-being of my country and the planet. I pledge that I shall always conduct in society and profession in a manner that upholds the dignity of ACSIR and will do nothing that is less than that. Take a seat.
I now request the Honorable Chancellor to please address the graduates of ACSIR.
Our guest of honor, Dr. Mande, Dr. Sangwan, deans, associate deans, distinguished scientific leaders, academic leaders present here, all the dear graduating students, their parents, siblings, family members, a very warm welcome to you all. It's indeed a pleasure and a privilege that we are meeting here after these difficult times of about 2 years. I know it's a very special occasion for all the graduating students and for their families. Students have put in hard work, given their best, pursued their interests, faced difficulties, sometimes things that look uphill. I'm sure you would have come across those moments. Problems are unsurmountable, but you persevered. Your spirit of inquiry, your courage, they carried you through. You won it. Your parents, your family can be proud of you. They can feel happy about it. Obviously, you can't discount the immense support that you have received from your families who have invested in you hopes, invested in you in terms of time, support, everything that takes it forward. So it's very, very important that now when you are at the threshold of your professional careers, I can give something which probably is a reflection of my own experiences over the years. One thing I would like to start with is to say that you have been empowered, that you have been charged with the Doctor of Philosophy. Doesn't mean you necessarily specialize. Yes, you have done it by working in a narrow discipline, which is okay, but you have been trained more broadly in terms of being independent thinkers, being independent designers of experiment, being independent conductors of investigation. And so you have been equipped, you have been empowered, you have been enabled. Please remember that's very, very important. Hereafter in life, you would not have a supervisor in the conventional sense. You would not have a guide. Surely you would have mentors, and it would be good for you to have mentors and seek them out. But you have been trained to be self-propelling. You remember that when Buddha was about to lay down his body, his favorite disciple came and asked him, who would guide us? And Buddha said, you be your own lamp now. So you have to be your own lamps. You have to really, by honing and tuning your antennas, figure out what needs to be investigated, how to push boundaries of knowledge, how to leverage that knowledge for solving problems of the society that we all face. Life is dynamic. It will change every day. What you did for your PhD should not be restrictive. It should not restrict you into saying, this is my area, I will not do something outside of it. I have seen as a young researcher long back this kind of a fallacy where some colleagues, extremely able people, but they carried this kind of a mental notion that this is my area, which means you kind of build a silo for yourself and you stay stuck in it. World is changing faster than when I was doing my research. So things will change faster for you than they change for me. The rate of change you will face would be much, much higher than what I faced. And so you ought not to be thinking of yourself as a narrow specialist. Always remember, you are a doctor of philosophy, not a doctor in a narrow discipline in some technique or technology or investigation or something. Now, as you grow in your careers, we would also realize that it is your role that would be extremely important. We are not important as persons or individuals. The roles we are in, how well we perform those roles, that's what is important. An individual is like an actor in a movie. The movie, yes, sure, it sells on the actor also, but primarily sells on the strength of the roles that have been, conceived by somebody that you are playing. And many times you would be also the scripters of your own roles. So many of you will go for postdoctoral research, many of you will start your professional careers in academia, research institutions, industry. Very often you would find yourself into a well-defined role. But it's not unoften that you will find yourself in an ambiguous situation where role is not so well defined. And it is here that you will have to begin defining your own role, and that really provides you an opportunity to grow. It is good to be doing a good investigation, great investigation on a problem that somebody has identified for you. But it is greater if you identify a problem and then also identify a solution and take others along to develop solutions. You will be tomorrow's guides, you will be tomorrow's supervisors. So you will have to come out of the shadows of your supervisors. As a young person, I had seen many people staying for too long in the shadows of their supervisors. By that I mean they plowed the same line in which they were trained by their supervisor, while the world around them was changing very fast. There were new opportunities. They missed out on that because, as I said, they dug themselves into silos saying, this is my area, this is outside my area. Problems of life, they don't define themselves into an area. A problem is a problem, it needs to be investigated, it needs to be understood. More often than not, it requires pulling together several specializations, so it requires teamwork. Teamwork today is not confined to just one group of which you may be a member, or one institution in which you work, or even one national laboratory system like CSIR or DRDO or BRC or ISRO that you work. It might require a larger collaboration. So skills for collaboration become extremely important. You are part of a knowledge link. You produce, each one of you have produced some kind of a pearl. A publication, a genuine publication, has advanced scientific understanding to a certain extent in small steps, but you have pushed the boundaries of knowledge. That's a pearl. It's a hard-earned pearl. But these pearls need to be woven into a garland. That's what society recognizes, because that's how you solve the problems. So your scientific publications, your research publications are your peer-to-peer communications. They are for your peers who understand what you have done because they are in the same area. They were also trying to push the boundaries of knowledge in similar areas. They can appreciate it. But society appreciates when all these little pearls are woven together into a necklace, and the society can see the brilliance and brightness of that necklace. And that again requires pooling together, working in a group, working to solve problems that belong to society. They do not necessarily belong to science directly, but it is the solutions to scientific problems that lead to the solutions for that society. So it is the developmental link between science, engineering, and society. So on a lighter note, I might say that, God created us, all human beings. He created this world, but probably in human beings alone, He gave this, tickle of curiosity and said, look, I have created this puzzle for you. Now go and find out for yourself how it works, right? So God created curiosity in us, and He also created a puzzle for us that we are trying to understand about. But then God also gave creativity to us. And using that creativity, scientists and engineers also create things that puzzle God. You create devices, you carry each one of them. It's marvelous. We carry each one of them in our pockets. Something which was a very guarded technology until 35 years ago. Center for Development of Advanced Computing was conceived and set up because certain computing technologies were denied to this country. But where are those technologies? The power of the computers of that time that were denied, each one of us carries in his pocket. So you have upwards of 1 billion small transistor devices integrated, connected on a thumbnail size. I think that puzzles God. So we also do things that puzzle God because God gave us creativity and we create something that puzzles Him. So the synergy between science, technology, engineering, scientific research feeds better understanding. That better understanding develops, better sense of design, modeling, simulation. Today you can build systems. Without building, you can build accurate computer models based on scientific understanding, applying scientific principles, scientific theories, and computational techniques. You can build a model, and if the model works, when you realize that model physically, it will work. It's very true for very complex systems. Many of these things would have never been possible had it not been for scientific understanding and computation advancing simultaneously. So scientific understanding leads to development of better tools, technologies, instruments. Apart from solving societal problems, these developments also feed back into science. They give you better tools so that you can have better observation, you can draw better inferences, and progress of science itself develops further. What we could not see with eyes, we could see now with these various kind of microscopes that have been developed and a whole set of analytical tools. All of that. So, this is a synergistic development, and you all would have an exciting career in that. But remember, it's very important for us to also develop because we are human beings. So it is also important to pay heed to the development of your individual human qualities. Stay away from egoism of any kind. Stay away from the notion that your knowledge is the most important. As a young person, I remember there were instances when some people would say, "Arey, his contribution is routine." The moment you say somebody's contribution is routine, you are discouraging that person from giving his best because he knows his work you don't value. So it doesn't matter if you do or you don't do, it doesn't care. So he doesn't give his best. No, every role is important. Every person's role is important. It needs to be given due credit, it needs to be given due respect, it needs to be given due recognition and care. And that's when you get the best. And a chain, as I said, from mind to society's solution of problems, it's a long chain. And if there is one weak chain anywhere, one weak link in the chain, the whole chain is not effective. If you try to pull with that chain, it will come apart. So it's very, very important that while in terms of scientific discussion analysis, we really are free individuals to apply our minds. But we should also be free from this egoism that actually stops us from being really free. I dare say from personal experience that it is our egoism which is the ultimate shackle on our freedom. While we say that we should get a free environment, we should be free, are you really free? You are not really free as long as you are not freeing yourself to honestly listen to another person, get his idea. If you are always defending your idea, your thought in your mind, you are trying to build again some kind of a castle and imprison yourself in that. So openness of mind, openness of heart are extremely important qualities that are required as you grow. You grow professionally, you grow personally, you grow in organizations. You have tremendous future. You are some of the brightest people that this country has. You have been trained by some of the brightest supervisors, guides in some of the brightest, best environments available. And it is therefore natural that you develop that further. You grow further to the glory of this country, to the glory of the institutions that have trained you, not only ACSIR, but your schools, your colleges that trained you, your parents and everybody. And with that, I really conclude giving you my best wishes and, saying something which is really ancient wisdom. And more recently it was, realized and reproduced by Dr. Abdul Kalam. And that comes from the time of Patanjali. And he said, whenever you attach yourself to a goal which is much bigger than your individual little goal, a project which is of much larger reach to the society, then all kind of help comes as if the whole universe is conspiring to help you. Help comes from unexpected quarters, and you grow, and the capabilities within you arise that you never thought you had, or you had doubts, or they were dormant, and you find yourself in a new, much more exciting world. That's where it is. If we address problems, if we are stuck in small issues, we are stuck. But if we belong to, address ourselves to, subordinate ourselves to larger objectives and larger goals, then the best of us comes out, the best we probably did not know existed in us, it was dormant. May all that come to pass for you. My best wishes to all of you. Congratulations on this very, very special occasions, and congratulations to all the supervisors, trainers, ACSIR, deans, faculty, everybody, and of course CSIR, which is the substratum on which ACSIR floats. So congratulations and thanks to all of you, and congratulations to all the proud parents, brothers, sisters, siblings, wives, spouses, whoever is here. Congratulations once again. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I request the Dean's Chemical Sciences to declare the Best PhD Thesis Awards of ACSIR for the academic years 2019 and 2020. I also request the distinguished guest, Professor Shekhar C. Mande, to please present the Best PhD Thesis Awards to the awardees.
ACSIR Best PhD Thesis Award 2019. Biological Sciences, Abu Bakr Wani, CSIR III of Jammu. The thesis title, The Targeting Clearance of Beta Amyloid Through Induction of Autophagy in Alzheimer's Disease. Today he is not here to receive the award. Ayappa Raja, CSIR IGIV, Role of Histone Variant in Melanocyte Transitions. I request Dr. T.N. Vivek, the supervisor of that student, to receive the award. Dr. T.N. Dio. A. Naresh Kumar of CSIR IICT. उसके बाद next thesis which has been selected for award is A. Naresh Kumar of CSIR IICT Hyderabad, microbial transformation of solid waste for renewable chemicals, energy and polymers in the biorefinery framework. He may not be able to attend today. So now I am moving to chemical sciences. Geeta Sri Darbadhara, CSIR NIST Jorhat, reduced graphene oxide sheets decorated with biometallic nanoparticles, synthesis, characterization and their applications. I request Geeta Sri to receive the award from the distinguished guest. Arjun Haldar of CSI NCL, modular construction of ultra-stable, porous, crystalline, covalent organic frameworks, membrane-based water purification and energy storage. You may be also not able to attend today. Shiva Prasad Midya of CSIR NCL, transition metal catalyzed hydrogenative CC and CN bond formation. He also may not be able to attend today. So now I am moving to physical sciences. Monu Mishra of CSIR NPL, surface and interface study of third nitride semiconductors for sensors applications. I request Monu Mishra to receive the award from distinguished guest. Yes, Kai Pannan, CSIR CCRI, reduced graphene oxide based nanocomposites and bio-derived carbon for supercapacitor application. Again, he may not be able to join today. Now I am moving to engineering sciences. Nagendra Singh Chauhan of CSIR NPL, synthesis and characterization of novel half-Hausler based thermoelectric materials for power generation. I request his father and his parents Bineet Arya, CSIR IICT Hyderabad, exploration of enhanced distillation techniques for dehydration of tertiary butyl alcohol. I request Dr. Bineet Arya to receive the award from distinguished guest. ACSIR Best PhD Thesis Award for the year 2020 Biological Sciences. Dr. K. Santosh Kumar of CSIR CCMB, Mechanism and Physiological Role of Chiral Proofreading Modules involved in translation of the genetic code. I request Dr. K. Santosh to receive the award, please. Dr. Kanika Verma of CSIR IGIB, to understand the contribution of cellular chemical milieu in regulation of protein folding. Award will be received by, I request Dr. Kaushik Chakravarti the supervisor to receive the award, please. Dr. Gaurav Das, CSIR IICB, chemical modulators targeted to mitochondria and microtubule for cancer therapy. I request Dr. Gaurav to receive the award. Chemical Sciences, Dr. Parmar Bhavesh Kumar of CSIR CSMCRI, Structural and Functional Studies on Multi-Dimensional Coordination Polymeric Network. I request the Executive Assistant from Bhavnagar, Vaisali Boricha, to receive the award on his behalf. Dr. Rekha Sangwan, CSIR CDRI, Synthetic Studies on Carbohydrate-Derived Biodynamic Molecules and their applications toward bioactive glycoconjugate synthesis. I request Dr. Rekha to receive the award, please. Dr. Chiranjeet Sen, CSIR CSMCRI Bhavnagar, Regioselective CC and CH heteroatom bond formation by CH bond functionalization. Today he may not be able to join. Now I am moving to Engineering Sciences. Dr. Sushant Sharma, CSIR NPL, studies on multi-wire carbon nanotube based high impact resistant multi-scale composites. We request the parents of Dr. Sushant to receive the award, please. Dr. Archana Rajendran, CSIR CCRI, titanium and titanium alloy with multi-element substituted porous titanium layer for biomedical application. I request Dr. Archana to receive the award, please. Dr. Satyam Srivastava, CSIR CERI Siri Pilani, design and development of non-destructive sensing based portable system to predict quality parameters of on-tree fruits. I request Dr. Satyam to receive the award, please. Physical Sciences, Dr. Shruti Surya Kumar, CSIR CCRI Karaikudi, nanostructures, electrode and electrolyte for lithium sulfur batteries. I request his friend and fellow researcher, Mr. Lakshman, to receive the award on his behalf.
Hello.
Dr. Nilesh Kumar Jaiswara, CSIR NGRI, drainage pattern characterization of Brahmaputra river system in eastern Himalaya to understand the role of gradation and tectonics in drainage evolution. I request Dr. Nilesh to receive the award, please. Mathematical and Information Sciences, Dr. Srishti Jain of CSIR NPL New Delhi, Chemical Characterization and Source Apportionment of aerosol using receptor models at different urban sites of Indo-Gangetic plains of India. I request Dr. Srishti to receive the award, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving the award.
So there is a small announcement. Professor Sangwan would like to speak a few words.
ACSIR introduced the Best Thesis Awards to motivate the larger interest of researchers into this. And with this I see a lot of competition progressively growing. There is one more award which is known as Professor Baldev Raj Award, and it's a joint award between ACSIR and RMIT University Australia. And I'm happy to say that RMIT University Australia is represented here at this convocation by Professor Suresh Bhargav, Deputy Pro Vice Chancellor at RMIT University. This award will be probably presented at the convocation of RMIT University in Melbourne. This award is 1,000 Australian dollars and 20,000 Indian rupees to the best thesis from the joint PhD program from RMIT University and ACSIR. And I'm sure with this, the students will have a further higher level of competition and bring laureates to institution and to themselves and their families. Now may I request distinguished guest at this convocation, Professor Shekhar C. Mande, to give his message.
Honorable Chancellor of ACSIR, Dr. Chandrasekhar, Director ACSIR, Dr. Sangwan, Deans of Faculty, distinguished scientists, senior CSIR management, parents, proud parents, and most importantly students of ACSIR. When I look back upon 30 years ago, when I myself received PhD, I get a sense of some sort of envy towards all of you, because the kind of opportunities that exist today to all of you and a kind of environment that has trained you actually is far more different, as what Dr. Chandrasekhar was mentioning some time ago. 30 years ago and today, world is quite different. And trust me, the world 30 years from now is going to appear much more different than what it is today in the same sense. And how that world looks 30 years from now, how the society shapes, and how we evolve as human beings in the next 30 years is your responsibility from today. What has happened over centuries is several generations of thinkers, philosophers, scientists, artists, they changed the shape of the world in which what we actually evolve as human beings until now. And Dr. Chandrasekhar very correctly mentioned some of the attributes that have been given to human beings to change the shape of the world in that sense. But today, as we look into the future, and the future is not very predictable, future always looks uncertain, at any point of time, the destiny of the future is really in your hands. What I would like to emphasize the fact is that although you have been trained in one of the finest academies in the country today, there is the ACSIR, and you have had access to some of the finest facilities in different CSIR laboratories, and you have had a terrific environment in which you were trained, what you are going to encounter in future are many more difficulties than what you have encountered till now. And the objective of ACSIR and the objective of CSIR laboratories and the other affiliated institutions of ACSIR has essentially been to train you to face those difficulties. Trust me, the journey from here to next 30 years is not going to be bed of roses. You will encounter many different kinds of difficulties in the coming times. But the training that you have received in our laboratories and the academy, ACSIR, should hopefully stand you good in this particular difficult journey. We do look forward that the world is in safe hands with you being here, and we look forward to your generation to take our country and humanity in general to much greater heights than what it is today. And I would personally be very happy if I am alive to look back 30 years from now to take humanity forward. All the very best to all of you. You have worked hard for your PhD. It has not been a very easy journey either doing PhD, but nonetheless what you have achieved is purely your credit. And all the best to all of you for your future. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring message. I now request the Director ACSIR to announce the academic professors of ACSIR.
Before every convocation is scheduled, ACSIR considers to confer the titles of academic professorship to eminent people who have tremendously contributed to society through their science and technological interventions and to the knowledge, and have given leadership for research, have motivated students and scientists for research in different capacities. Before this convocation, ACSIR has decided to confer 6 personalities with the title of academic professorship. It's a lifetime title on behalf of ACSIR. Today those names will be announced. The presentation and the conferment will be at a separate investiture function to be scheduled shortly. The personalities who have been selected this year are Professor K. Vijayaraghavan. He is a world-renowned developmental biologist and is a well-known research leader. Dr. A. V. Ramarao, he founded Evora Laboratories, and he is a pioneering medicinal chemist and a core person, started his career as CSIR, JRF and NCL, and became an industrialist in medicinal chemistry and pharmaceuticals active ingredients. He is a niche area pharmaceutical leader. Dr. Krishna Ella, founder of Bharat Biotech International, is a well-known scientist, innovator and entrepreneur in indigenous vaccine development and production, including Covaxin. Dr. Swati A. Piramal, Director, Piramal Foundation, her pioneering contribution to public health and community education. Dr. Surendra Pal, distinguished scientist with pioneering contributions to the satellite-based navigation technology of multiple applications for the society. Professor Shekhar C. Mande, eminent structural biologist and a national research leader. Thank you.
The chief guest, Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat, Honorable Member of Niti Aayog, could not be present for the convocation due to urgent and unavoidable commitment. The chief guest, Dr. Saraswat, will address the graduates and the August gathering through online mode.
Chancellor ACSIR, Professor Chandrasekhar, Director ACSIR, Professor Rajendra Singh Sangwan, distinguished members of the academic bodies on dais, present dignitaries from district administration, faculty members, officers and staff members of the university, scholars, media persons, my young friends who are receiving their degrees, medals and prizes today, ladies and gentlemen. Academy of Scientific and Innovation Research, ACSIR, is known as an institution of national importance which has adopted the mandate to create and train some of the best of tomorrow's science and technology leaders through a combination of innovative and novel curricula, pedagogy and evaluation. I am pleased to note that around 6,000 students are enrolled with ACSIR who are being mentored by 2,546 faculties from different CSIR laboratories. Education is the best friend of a person, Chanakya has said, and an educated person is respected everywhere. Education triumphs over even the beauty and truth. The culmination of long efforts of graduates has surely given them a unique position in the society. They have struggled through the years and made great sacrifices to reach this unique landmark. So I sincerely believe that the knowledge you have acquired during your years in CSIR has made you more confident both intellectually and socially. I am sure you will use it in ensuring self-reliance in your life as well as for the development of our nation. Convocation is the oldest tradition since Vedic period. The convocation is not merely a custom or an annual function organized as a part of academic activities. It is a turning point in the life of the scholar which opens many roads to proceed ahead and contribute significantly in national development with acquired knowledge and skills. According to Taittiriya Upanishad, convocation is an occasion when the Guru gives the key ideas to the students of the Gurukul as to how they should lead their lives inconsistent with the education imparted to them. On this occasion, I would like to mention a mantra from our Vedas. Karage वसाते लक्ष्मी, कर्मध्ये सरस्वती, करमूले तु गोविंदे, प्रभाते कर दर्शनम. The quote says that Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, and Govind, the Almighty, all exist in your hands. Therefore, we should look at our hands every morning. The mantra conveys that we create and carve our future by our hands only. The wealth, the knowledge, and the supreme power lies in selfless work. The same is echoed in Bhagavad Gita, a true scripture of the human race, as we must work with a perfect serenity, steadfast in inner composure, indifferent to the results. We should utilize these precious tools awarded by the Almighty for self and social development. On this auspicious occasion, I congratulate all the students who are getting their postgraduate and doctoral degrees today. My special compliments to those who are getting medals for their outstanding performance in the examinations. I am sure that your success will inspire others to achieve and set standards of excellence at par in respective subject fields. My congratulations to their proud parents present on this occasion. Dear students, the 21st century is a century of India. It is a knowledge century. This is a fact because whenever there has been a focus on knowledge in past and present, India has played its central role in it. India possesses a rich repository of knowledge in several spheres in the form of its scriptures, texts and manuscripts. Since ancient times, India has been a proud pioneer in establishing centers of higher learning like Nalanda, Takshila, Ujjain, Vikramshila and Vallabhi. Each university is specialized in a particular field of study. Education on logic, grammar, philosophy, astronomy, economics, law, literature, Buddhism and Hinduism was imparted to the scholars from all parts of India and several other countries. Panini, the famous Sanskrit grammarian, Kautilya, who wrote Arthashastra, and Chakra, the famous physician of ancient India, and Chandragupta Maurya were the products of these universities. Dear young graduates, you are graduating at a time when our nation is surging towards in all fields. The knowledge that you have gained, the opportunities and options that you have affords you the freedom to choose your area of interest, the choice many of your previous generations did not have. You are empowered by knowledge, now have to fortify it with your personal qualities like honesty, hard work, sincerity and integrity, and to top it all with a sense of pride to serve the nation. I am quite confident that you will have the most rewarding experience in the years to come. Knowledge is the foundation on which India needs to build and grow. Who else could help India if not you, young students with right qualification? Here I would like to quote what Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, former President of India, said. A life of joy and happiness is possible on the basis of science and technology. The end product of education should be a free and creative man. So let us now talk about science and technology and youth for transformation. The biggest question today is how to transform our country from a developing nation to a developed country. There are various approaches. Among them, our Honorable Prime Minister has identified science and technology with participation of youth as the main strategy for this transformation. In order to meet all the aspirations of one people, our Honorable Prime Minister said, it is our scientific capabilities that will determine our ability to overcome challenges which lie ahead in areas such as climate change, clean energy, environment-friendly technologies, water management, affordable healthcare, food security, biotechnology. Solutions must be found in timely manner and then must move out of laboratory quickly and find wider acceptance. S&T landscape is undergoing huge transformation. Development of disruptive technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, data analytics, augmented reality, virtual reality, nanoscience, synthetic biology, genomics, green chemistry, robotics, automation, Internet of Things, 5G and 6G communication, blockchain, etc. are going to transform the way human beings are going to live on this planet Earth. India has made significant progress since independence. Our achievements in agriculture, industry, trade, defense, space and atomic energy have been exceptional. We are known the world over for our talented reservoir of scientists, doctors and IT professionals. With our fast growing economy and democratic institutions of state which have withstood the test of time, we are well on our way to being a leading economic power. There are, however, many challenges that we need to confront and many battles that we need to fight before we can truly claim to have elevated the quality of life of our people. So let us talk about transforming work and empowering people with disruptive technologies. How the disruptive technologies are going to actually transform the people. India has launched major programs to take advantage of these disruptive technology and bring millions of its people out of extreme poverty. These technologies can help raise productivity, improve efficiency across major sectors of the economy and radically alter how services such as education and health care are delivered. These technologies can have a disruptive impact on Indian business, government and society. The programs are Digital India, Smart Cities, Swachh Bharat, Make in India, Energy Security, Food Security, Skill Development, E-Mobility, Environment and Climate Change, Artificial Intelligence, Robotics, etc. Through these programs, India is likely to see the diffusion of these technologies. The most important of these, the mobile internet, will likely to reach 700 million to 900 million Indians by 2025. Along with cloud-based services, the automation of knowledge work, digital payments and verifiable digital identity, the mobile internet can provide the foundation for remote healthcare, adaptive learning, mobile agriculture extension services and other innovative services. Opportunities are likely to be created for millions of workers and entrepreneurs by empowering technologies. Up to 20 million small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs as we call them, could gain access to digital business tools in the cloud at a fraction of the cost of running in-house information technology. About 90 million farmers could raise their productivity with real-time market information as many as 20 million through precision farming. Millions of workers with little farmer education could become knowledge workers in community healthcare, education, banking and agriculture. There is a mix, and that is the most important mix, is how do we involve the youth power for transformation. With 356 million 10 to 24-year-old, India is having the highest population of youth in the world. And this is going to grow further. This is India's demographic dividend. India can become the human resource capital of the world. As our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Modi ji says, the government is trying to make a new India with the dream and participation of its youth. The potential of this huge brigade can be realized if every segment contributes in his or her capacity to the fullest. Youth as responsible Indian citizen should be seen as a civil servant, manager, academician, sportsperson, entrepreneurs or politician. Youth have an outstanding opportunity to bring transformative changes into societies around the world. They are at the forefront promoting sustainable development values such as human rights and social justice. Youth are best positioned to offer new ways of thinking and fresh conceptualization. In order to benefit from young people's capabilities, communities must ensure opportunities for youth to be engaged in development processes. Failure to do so can lead to the exclusion and marginalization of youth while depriving communities of their energy, dynamism and innovativeness. If youth are unemployed and excluded, they can be a source of social disruption. Hence, there is a need to create an enabling environment for youth participation. The philosophy of young people of the nation must comprise design thinking and innovation. Design is a continuous process of innovation and that develops gradually, not abruptly. Creativity is both soul and spirit of design. Design thinking is an active process that strives for continuous reinvention and consistently challenging the existing things in a way ahead to ongoing evolution. We need to think creatively in daily life, not only in technocratic traditions but also in terms of enhancing the daily lives of people. Design thinking cannot be divorced from the life in the real world. Design thinking is at the core of effective strategy development and organizational change. Design can be applied to products, services, processes, physical locations, anything that needs to be optimized for human interaction. You can design the way you lead, manage and create and innovate. What is the approach to transformation leadership? To be a transformation leader, I would like you to think carefully on the following suggestions which are based on my ups and downs in life while working to bring value during my career in the service to the nation and mankind. After being convinced, I believe that sustained conviction in these principles and culture shall enrich your life, the country and the world. Ethics in conflict management and for progress in career. Faith in teams and organization. Build capability and capacity to be talented, sublime leader and not an arrogant leader. Challenge yourself till you achieve desired results. Provide equal opportunity to equal merit and enhance work of your colleagues and the organization for which you work. Self, family, organization, society, the country and the world are multi-scale manifestation of robust good principles of living life. These are interconnected. Thus, you can simultaneously do good to yourself and contribute to all the stakeholders of this interconnected life on the earth. Service to society is more important as compared to your personal achievements. Every work is important and thus do not trivialize details of the work or level of duty. Success lies in comprehensive detailing and implementation. Be strong in your knowledge but be humble in learning from colleagues, especially in complementary disciplines and domains of knowledge. Occupy a position below your capacity and capability. This shall bring appreciation and more satisfaction as compared to occupying a level higher than your merit or capacity. Generosity is a virtue and practice it in a liberal manner. Envy is a poison. Avoid it at all costs. Aim to be number one in everything you do. Have an Olympian sports spirit of competing. Discipline, good health, competence and character are your best assets and friends throughout the life. Buddha, a prince philosopher, saint and teacher, mentored the professionals in an excellent manner with his advice. He said, "We are what we think we are. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts we make the world. I advise you to have a conviction in your strengths. Build your capacity and capability to make outstanding contributions in your chosen pursuits with ethics, sensitivity and selectivity, and make the country proud with your achievements." To conclude, I would like to ask you, what would you like to be remembered for, as our Honorable President, late Dr. Kalam, did? You have to evolve yourself and shape your life. You should write it on a page. That page may be a very important page in the book of human history, and you will be remembered for creating that one page in the history of the nation. Whether that page is the page of invention, the page of innovation, or the page of discovery, or page of creating societal change, or a page of removing the poverty, or the page of fighting injustice, or planning and executing mission of networking rivers. I am sure you would like to do something different, out of box missions. What are those missions? I can suggest some of them. Will you be remembered for visionary action for the nation, like Professor Vikram Sarabhai or Homi Bhabha, Professor Satish Dhawan or Dr. Kalam in the field of space science, nuclear science and defense science? Will you be remembered for introducing new industrial system 4.0G products which represents convergence of technology? Will you be remembered for creating a company which finds a place in the top 100 of the Fortune 500 companies from India? Will you be remembered for creating smart villages by providing urban amenities in rural areas? Will you be remembered for creating second green revolution? Will you be remembered for modernizing of SMEs through application of ICT and innovation? Will you be remembered for discovering or inventing a high temperature superconductor? Will you be remembered for developing most efficient energy production and storage system and usher in hydrogen economy? Will you be remembered for action-oriented clean home, clean environment, clean state and clean nation and low-cost water recycling and desalination to ensure water security? Will you be remembered for evolving of smart waterway for the whole country linking the major rivers? My dear young friends, you may choose any of these dreams, but success in any one of them is like an iceberg. People see only the tip of the iceberg, but hidden underneath in water are the building blocks of the success via hard work, habits, sacrifice, massive action, failures, persistence, goals, focus and risk. Success remains elusive unless we learn how to climb the ladder of these building blocks. I am confident that the knowledge which you have gained will help you to emerge like an iceberg, a winner all the way. Dear friends, belief is one of the most powerful tools behind the success of any person. May it be personal or professional. I cannot resist myself to quote Swami Vivekananda, to quote, all power is within you, you can do anything and everything. Believe in that, do not believe that you are weak, do not believe that you are half crazy, lunatics as most of the people nowadays feel. Stand up and express the divinity within you, unquote. He also said, to quote, this life is short, the variety in the world is transient. They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. So friends, let us all live for the growth of our nation and welfare of our countrymen. May God bless you all. Jai Hind. Namaskar.
We thank the Honorable Chief Guest for his convocation address. As a token of honor, for gracing this convocation, Director ACSI would like to present a small memento to the distinguished guest, Professor Shekhar C. Mandle. A small token of memento to the Chancellor, Honorable Chancellor, Professor Chandrasekhar Sir.
Honorable Chancellor, I request Your Honor to kindly declare the 6th convocation of ACSIR closed.
I declare the 6th convocation of ACSIR closed.
I request all the students and the distinguished guests to please rise for the national anthem. And the guests are requested to please remain standing until the academic procession leaves the hall. The dignitaries of the dais may please join the academic procession after they come down off the dais.
कैमरे खराब हो गए सारे दुनिया के